Can I give you a hug? Of course. Oh, thank you.
You're gonna make me cry.
Hey, I'm Asifa.
And I'm Alistair.
And today we are playing the Never Have I Ever LGBTQIA version.
I'm about to be no filter. I'm going to tell everything.
Are you?
Well, we'll see, maybe.
Okay.
So let's get into it.
Let's get into it, baby.
Never have I ever had my partner been mistaken for my friend.
Really?
You know, I don't have any friends, don't have any partners. It's easy.
I definitely have.
Likewise.
Especially in lesbian relationships and when you're both semi-feminine presenting, it's just the assumption, the general assumption. Like, people don't put two and two together that you might be together. Unless you're holding hands, people are just like, oh, two friends.
I'm in a situation where I'm in a relationship with my best friend. It's totally platonic. I've dedicated my life to them. And explaining that to like people that are not queer, sometimes they don't get that. So yes, my partner gets mistaken as my friend all the time, but they are my friends.
You would assume any men looking too familiar or too friendly would be gay.
That's very true.
And then the opposite case for you, which are both not great.
Because I'm in a house, when it comes to like a ballroom scene, it's like a chosen family as well. So then obviously they do like to mistaken my partner for someone in my house or just a friend, really. So this is why I'm just like, no, this is my partner.
Never have I ever been told it's just a phase.
That one was so obvious. Like, I think every person from the queer community gets this.
Really?
Oh.
I've gone with I've never because I don't think I have.
Really?
No.
I have,
Okay.
multiple times.
I've been bisexual and it was a phase. I lived life as a gay man and then I was told it was a phase. And then, you know, I came out as trans female and was told it was a phase.
When I first came out, all of my friends thought that it couldn't be true because I just came out of a 2-year relationship with a boy. But everybody was like, it's just a phase, you're experimenting and you'll get over it. And it wasn't until like I saw some of my friends recently and they were like, I can't believe like still gay.
Never have I ever taken part in an LGBTQ plus protest or march.
So,
oh wow.
Yeah, I've never.
Okay.
Only because I'm a homebody. I like to stay in my bubble in that sense of like when it comes to anything drama or anything like, you know, controversial. I do say what I need to say, but also I take a step back. When you've battled so much in your past, you don't want to be in any more battles.
Listen, this is my older sister coming out now, okay? You just being yourself, living out there out and proud, that is the biggest protest you can ever do. Just by doing something like this, by speaking out, you're doing your bit for the entire community.
Can I give you a hug? Of course. Oh, thank you.
You're gonna make me cry.
I have never been asked by a straight person to help them experiment. I feel like I wish it could be the other one, but it's not.
I didn't help. I didn't help them. But no, I think again, it's something. I used to have a job ages ago when I worked with like a lot of young people, the same age as me. But I was like the first lesbian they'd ever met, so they were so intrigued, and they were like, oh, "I've never met a lesbian before." Like. And then I had one girl that I worked with and she came in like the next day or the next shift and she was like, so I spoke to my boyfriend and he said that like he wouldn't mind if like I slept with you because you're a girl, so it doesn't count as cheating. I think it's quite a common thing with girls to just be like, because they don't see it as A, cheating, or B, like a serious thing, because they're like, well, I'm straight, so if I do something with another girl, that doesn't really count.
Which is a whole thing through history, because there's never been like laws against women and women together, because people just didn't think it existed.
Yeah. Never have I ever been walked in on while having sex.
I'm actually quite surprised at myself.
Wait.
I'm going to say this.
I'm saving myself for marriage.
Stop.
It's never happened.
Are you sure?
I promise you, it's never ever happened.
Oh my god. I had a boyfriend and we were having sex at the hotel on holiday. And then next thing you know, housekeeping just came in. And I just looked back and then I was like, oh.
Never have I ever been asked if you've never been with the opposite gender, how do you know?
I had a boyfriend for 2 years.
Okay.
So I get asked that, but then it's kind of the flip, and it's like, what did he do wrong to turn you gay?
Oh my god, it's honestly
which again is so stupid because it's like nothing. I was 15 to like 17. I just hadn't put two and two together yet. Same works the other way around, right? You can, like, if you haven't tried being with the same sex, how do you know you're straight?
I have been guilty of asking that to guys before.
Straight guys. Good. Sounds them right.
Yeah, it's an alright question, but I think when you get asked like repeatedly, that's when it's like, alright, come on, like, you know, give that up now.
Yeah.
Never have I ever questioned my sexuality.
I think every queer person questions their sexuality at some point. To be honest, I think I've always been questioning my sexuality because back then it was one thing, now it's another thing. And who knows what it's going to be in a few years' time.
You just never know.
Yeah.
I have questioned my sexuality because of how I've been brought up as a Catholic and literally being put in this box. And that's when I started to question it, saying, oh, do I like girls, or is this just part of me, or is this not part of me? So then that's when I started to question. When I had my first boyfriend, that's when I never questioned it.
Never have I ever had a crush on a straight person.
I don't know. Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, I find someone more attractive when I know that they're gay, which makes it a hell of a lot easier for me.
It honestly does make it easier, because when you do have that straight crush, you're like, it's just
painful.
It's like the opposite of self-care. You're like,
Self-destruct.
You're self-destructing. Like, come on.
Never have I ever had to come out more than once.
Every damn day.
Yeah.
Like every day.
Yeah.
I've had to come out again and again because certain girls that I've dated before, they just didn't want to hear it. But also there's like family members who just have strong beliefs in that sense. That's why I've had to come out again and just be like, yes, still gay.
I think it is different for me. I feel like I might come out a bit less or less frequently than you.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more like, you don't just tell everyone and then it gets put in a newsletter and everyone knows. It's like,
yeah, it's true.
You do have to tell, like I had to tell my parents separately, or like chose to tell my parents separately, and then I told my grandma, and that was a different thing. And like, you do have to tell people separately.
That was really, really fun.
Yeah, it was. I feel like I learned a lot because I guess I kind of already knew that like a gay man's experience is different from a gay woman's experience, but just how different they are is really interesting.
It's quite eye-opening to see that there's so many differences when you think that everybody's obviously part of the same community, but we all have such a different experience.
100%.
So if you like this video and you want to see a part 2, then comment down below.